It was getting dark, and the PJ Masks were about ready to go to bed when, uh-oh, who could it be? It's Romeo! He had a particularly nasty prank for them tonight.
I'm gonna give the PJ Masks what they've always wanted, my electrode! And I've made some fun modifications. There we go. The PJ Masks are sure to find this electrode and then use it.
Now, it wasn't long before Catboy came across it in his cat car.
Oh my, what's this? I almost ran over it. It looks like something important. Oh boy, it's Romeo's electrode. Oh, we can do all kinds of things with this thing in our possession. Maybe I should give it back to him. Then again, maybe not. Oh, the other PJ Masks are gonna be so excited.
And Catboy headed into HQ to tell the others.
And that's what I'm telling you guys. I found it right outside HQ. Romeo must have dropped it. Good news for us.
Oh boy! Well, why don't you stop talking and point it and shoot it at something?
But Owlette wasn't so sure about this, so she grabbed the electrode from Catboy and went upstairs to do some tests on it. After a few tests, it got really late, and so Owlette went to sleep. And that's when Gecko showed up.
Oh boy, she's asleep. Now it's time to use the electrode. I better go get Catboy. He's gonna be so excited. Oh, Catboy, I got something for you. Look at this. I grabbed the electrode from Owlette's lair. Now let's have some fun with it.
Well, do you know how to make it work?
Let me see. Shouldn't be too hard. I point it, and then I say, Presto! Alright, well then, I point it, and I say, do your thing! Whoa!
And it did its thing alright. The only problem is that Romeo had programmed the electrode to make mini PJ Masks. To be exact, it had made 5 extra little PJ Mask geckos.
Oh boy, look at all the little geckos I have now. Oh, they can be like my little buddies, or my brothers. But in any case, they can do all my work for me.
But unbeknownst to Gecko at the time, these little guys weren't programmed to be helpful, they were meant to be hurtful. So they picked up Gecko, and with a heave-ho,
uh-oh! Wah!
they threw him off. And now, it was Catboy's turn.
Hey, guys, you wouldn't hurt your Uncle Catboy, would you?
Sure, they wouldn't hurt him. They'd just knock him off the ledge.
Whoa!
Now these guys went around doing all sorts of mischief. They tipped over Catboy's car, and then they went to the control room, and they messed with the control panel, so much that everything in HQ started to go haywire. The outer flaps of HQ started to flap back and forth. The elevator started to randomly move up and down between floors without anybody on it. And the outside doors started to randomly open and close. Now with so much commotion going on, Owlette woke up and decided to see what was going on.
Gecko, this is terrible! Those little geckos are making a mess!
Yeah, and we don't have the electrode anymore.
Oh, what luck! With all the shaking going on, it must have bumped the electrode down to Gecko's lower level.
Alright! Now we can finally get rid of those little geckos.
But as Gecko was about to head upstairs to use it, Owlette came in, and she realized he had stolen the electrode from her room. And she tried to grab it from Gecko, but Gecko didn't want to let go.
Owlette, you really shouldn't do that. You don't know what you're doing!
Now they both fell back, but with the electrode in Gecko's hand, it zapped Owlette, and all of a sudden, little Owlette started to appear everywhere. And just like that, 5 little Owlettes appeared. Now first, Owlette thought this was a good thing, but Catboy and Gecko knew better.
Oh no!
And of course, the 5 little Owlettes first knocked them all over. Then they opened up the door and kicked out the PJ Masks. And the little Owlettes even kicked out Owlette herself. And all of a sudden the PJ Masks weren't in control of the HQ, and they weren't in control of anything.
We've got to figure out a way to get back in there and get rid of those little PJ Mask nuisances. Unfortunately, the only way to do that is to call Romeo. Hello, Romeo. I've got your electrode, and we need your help. Please? Alright, what is it? I'm very busy. You need to take your electrode back and get rid of all of these little PJ Masks who are a complete nuisance. They've taken over the HQ. Me! It was me who left this electrode here, so then what happened? Now you're powerless to stop me when I take over the world.
But Gecko knew that wasn't the case.
These little PJ Masks are gonna stop you, and there's 10 of them and only 3 of us, so they're gonna stop you even faster.
And right as Gecko said that, the little PJ Masks from the upper window threw Owlette's owl glider onto Romeo.
I see what you mean. Alright, I'll get rid of them, but I'm gonna need that electrode, and I gotta keep it when I'm done.
And so Romeo led the PJ Masks back into the PJ Masks headquarters.
Alright, let's show those little PJ Masks menaces who's boss.
First up, he ran into the little Owlettes, and one by one he blasted them away.
Well, that was easy.
And Romeo headed upstairs to get rid of the other little PJ Masks.
Oh, little PJ Masks, come out, wherever you are.
But they were still in the control room, so Romeo snuck up behind them and one by one zapped them away. Well, it looks like Romeo did his job, and he got rid of all of the PJ Masks.
But wait a minute, weren't there 5 of them? I could have sworn that's what Gecko said. He's probably around here somewhere.
But while Romeo was looking for the last one, it snuck up behind him and pushed him down.
No, I was supposed to get rid of all of them. That was the deal. But 9 out of 10 isn't bad. I'm out of here. Yoink.